I'm Michael Ciampi, MD from Ciampi Family Practice in South Portland, Maine, and we've been doing DPC for a little over 7 years now. I was asked by DPC News to do 3 questions, so let's give her a go. First question, what doing DPC has taught me? Well, the biggest thing that it taught me is that my time is worth something, which is the opposite of what we were told in medical school and residency. It was drummed into our heads all the time that our time was worthless, we needed to shut up, put our noses to the grindstone and just work. Work until it was done, don't complain, and that was our job. That attitude does not serve you well if you're in business for yourself. It might be fine if you decide you want to be a hospital employed physician. They love doctors that are cowed like that and are just cogs in the machine. But if you're going to be an entrepreneur in your own practice, especially DPC practice, you have to understand that your time is worth something because you're asking people to shell out their own money for your services. So that's something that's really important to know if you're doing DPC. It was a great lesson that I learned. Second question, what is my favorite quote and why? Well, I'll give you 2 and they're related. The first is from Sir Winston Churchill, who said, if you're going through hell, keep going. That advice serves you pretty well if you're starting your own DPC practice or you're converting an existing practice to DPC, because there will be a lot of questions, a lot of trials and tribulations, and you may well have some doubts along the way, especially if there are no other DPC practices in the area and you get a lot of resistance. So you have to remember it's worth it just to keep going, don't go back. The second quote is from Saint Mother Teresa, who said, I know that God doesn't give you more than I can handle. I just wish you didn't trust me so much. And I think that's related in that you're going to have a lot of things on your plate. You're going to feel overwhelmed, but just remember, you can get through it. And the third question, what was my most embarrassing thing I did as a medical student or resident? Well, I went to medical school in the late 80s, early 90s, and I'm really glad that video cameras were not around too often. No one had iPhones and there was no Facebook. Because as a second-year medical student, our class was tasked with doing skits and entertaining the incoming first-year medical students. So a group of my friends and I decided it would be a really good idea to put a bunch of guys in tutus, put makeup on, and do an interpretive dance to Rhapsody in Blue. It was pretty embarrassing, and I'm really glad there's no video of that event. There are still a few still photos out there, and I'm really working hard to scour the internet and buy them and have them destroyed. But anyway, it was great to talk to you. Have a great day.